Greetings students, welcome to my class. Students, in the previous class, we completed the explanation of the chapter from the diary of Anne Frank. And now oral comprehension questions and textbook questions are to be discussed, which we are going to do in today's class. Students, before that I want to ask you one question, and the question is that have you all started preparing for your midterm exam, which is going to be held in the next month? And I hope and I'm sure that most of you have started preparing. You have already started and you are working hard for your midterm exams. And if some of you have still not started preparing, started studying for your midterm exams, this is my advice to you all. For those who have not started preparing, who are not taking their study seriously, please be sincere now. You don't have much time left now. Make timetable, give enough time to each subject and follow that timetable regularly, and then you will see your result. Your result will be very good. So this is my advice to you all. I hope you will follow my advice. Now coming back to the question answers, oral comprehension question answers. But before that, I hope that explanation of the chapter, after the explanation of the chapter, you people have no doubts or queries related to the chapter. I also hope that you have understood the chapter well, that what is this chapter about. It is a real life account. It is an excerpt from the diary of Anne Frank. छोटा सा हिस्सा लिया गया है डायरी ऑफ एन फ्रैंक से. एन फ्रैंक की जो डायरी थी, उसका जो पार्ट था, उसने जो बुक लिखी द डायरी ऑफ अ यंग गर्ल, उसका वो एक छोटा सा हिस्सा लिया गया इस चैप्टर में. और ये चैप्टर उसी के बारे में है. ये चैप्टर हमें बताता है कि एन फ्रैंक वॉज अ जूइश गर्ल हु वॉज बॉर्न इन 12 June 1929 in Netherlands. Her father and her mother, she has everything. Her father, mother, elder sister, grandmother, 30 people whom she can call friends. Still she was in search of a true friend with whom she can confide her feelings. She was not able to confide with her parents, with her sister, with her grandmother, though she has everything, right, friends also, but she was in search of a true friend with whom she can confide her true, she could confide, or she could share her feelings, thoughts, ideas, whatever she felt, whatever were her feelings, her ideas, her opinions. एक ऐसा दोस्त चाहती थी वो जिससे वो सब कुछ शेयर कर सके. फैमिली, फ्रेंड्स, रिलेटिव्स, ग्रैंड मदर, एवरीथिंग शी हैज़. फिर भी वो शेयर नहीं कर पाती थी, इसलिए उसने डायरी लिखना शुरू किया. जब उसको उसके 13th बर्थडे पर उसके पिता ने डायरी दी, शी स्टार्टेड राइटिंग डायरी देन. And when what she wrote, we will read. We have read that, but she was born when the world was when she was born in 1929, 12 June 1929. World War started 1939. So she saw that period. This chapter also tell us about also about the Nazis' domination at that point of time on Jewish, what and the torture what Jewish people suffered or faced. Nazis, Hitler was the boss, and he used to send all the Jewish people to the concentration camps. I told you what are concentration camps, what used to happen there. They were Jewish people were tortured there. Most of them died, but their family, but the father of Anne Frank survived from that torture camp. He was also a Jewish, Otto Frank. So her family was shifted to Holland when she was 4-year-old, Anne Frank, and then she and her sister were shifted to her grandmother. And next, after 1 year, they were with their parents. But when Nazi means Hitler attacked on Netherlands, captured most of the people, captured the Netherlands, they hid themselves in her father's office building for 2 years. Then they were discovered, they were sent to concentration camps where her sister died first, and then she died within few days due to typhoid. Her mother, everybody died. Her father survived, and when World War ends, he went back and he found his diary. Then he got published, and because her father got her diary and he got it published, that's why we are able to read. We were able to read about Anne Frank and what about her family, what happened to her, what happened at that point of time. So because it is a very keen observation by her. And students, this chapter also tell us about that Anne Frank was a very introvert girl, है ना, काफ़ी अंतर्मुखी जिसको हम बोलते हैं. Despite having everyone in her family, parents, sister, grandmother, friends also, she was not able to confine her feelings, her true feelings. So she was an introvert girl, loving girl, caring girl. She has a good bonding with her parents. She respects her father a lot, adore her fathers a lot. So all these things we came to know after reading the chapter. If you have still some doubts or queries, you can leave your doubts or queries in the comment box, or you can WhatsApp me on my WhatsApp number. Now the question answers which were left, oral comprehension question answers, let's discuss them. The first oral comprehension question is, why was Mr. Keesing annoyed with Anne? What did he ask her to do? This is a very simple question and you all know the answer. Why was Mr. Keesing annoyed with Anne? Anne had a habit of talking in his lesson, in his class. Mr. Keesing, gave her several warnings. Many times he said, don't talk or I'll punish you. He gave her several warnings. Still she was keep on talking in his class. So he was annoyed because of this reason. And what did he ask her to do? So just to have a check on her, to give her punishment, it is written here on page number 52 that Mr. Keesing was annoyed with me for ages because I talked so much. After several warnings, he assigned me. What did he do? He assigned me extra homework and essay on the subject, a chatterbox. So what did he do? After several warnings, when he gave to Anne Frank, she did not listen. She was keep on talking in his classes, in his lesson. So he gave her an extra homework. He gave her an essay to write, and the topic of the essay was a chatterbox. That's what he did. Now the second question, students, how did Anne justify her being a chatterbox in her essay? The essay which Mr. Keesing gave to Anne was to write on the topic chatterbox, and Anne justified by writing and justify the need of talking. It is written, the question is same, being a chatterbox. So how did she justify? The answer is on the page number 52. So first she thought, then suddenly she had an idea. She wrote 3 pages, and in that pages she says herself that anyone could ramble up. मतलब कोई भी after leaving big gaps in between the words and leaving one line after each line, anyone can write like this. But the point is to show and that when you have an argument to win, you must have points to win that argument and to prove that the necessity of talking. So what she said, she argued that talking is a student's trait and that I would do my best to keep it under control. But she also says that what I would never be able to cure myself of the habit since my mother talked as much as I did, if not more, and there is nothing much you can do about inherited traits. उसने ये कहा, how did she and she justify by giving this reason that talking is a trait of students. It is a good trait, it good quality, not a bad quality. And I would try to keep myself in control or keep it under control, but I cannot completely control it because I have got this habit inherited from my mother, because she also talked as much as I do, if not more than me. And about the inherited qualities, no one can do anything about that. So that's how she justified कि talking is necessary, it is the necessity. Now the third question, do you think Mr. Keesing was a strict teacher? Well, I don't think Mr. Keesing was a strict teacher. Why? Because yes, he gave punishment, he gave an extra homework, but that extra homework was just to make sure, just to have a check on Anna's talking quality. He just wanted to control the talking, too much talking which Anna used to do in his lessons, and that's why he gave her assignment on writing about chatterbox. He gave her 3 assignments, but that was just to control her habit of talking too much, nothing else. And we also came to know that he used to, Anna mentions in her diary that at the last that on the contrary, Mr. Keesing's always making jokes these days. So he was not a strict teacher. He was not that strict. A teacher who keep on making jokes in the class and making the students laugh by his jokes. And when third time he gave the essay and she wrote, Anne Frank wrote in a poetic way, and that was to make fun of the teacher, but he took it in a right way. He added his comment and then he read in the class and several other classes as well. So he was not a strict teacher. All these things show us that he was not a strict teacher. What made Mr. Keesing allow Anna to talk in class? It is a good question, students, that what made Mr. Keesing to allow Anna to talk in class. वो तो ये चाहता था कि वो ना बात करे, स्टिल फिर उसने अलाउ भी कर दिया उसको बात करने के लिए. तो what made Mr. Keesing, after when he gave 2 assignments on chatterbox, and so third time he gave assignment on quack quack, says Mrs. Chatters, say he gave the third assignment. It is written here that quack quack said Mistress Chatterbox. So when he gave this assignment to Anna, she decided to make fun of her teacher. उसने डिसाइड किया कि वो अपने टीचर का मजाक बनाएगी, ना कि टीचर उसका मजाक बना पाएगा. She decided that. But she wrote in a poetic way. When Mrs. Keesing, she wrote a story in a poetic way that it tells about that a duck's family, duck and swan, duck mother and swan father, and 3 ducklings who were beaten to death because they talked too much. Because they quacked too much. So it was beaten to death by their father just because they talked too much. When Mr. Keesing read this poem written by Anna, he did not take it in a wrong way. He took it in a correct way, right way. He laughed, he added his own comments, and he read it in the class in a positive way as well as in the other class. And he realized the mistake he did, because he was again and again giving assignments to Anna just because she was talking too much. So when Anna wrote that poem, when he read it, he realized his mistakes, and then he allowed Anna to talk in the class. That's here, and he read it in the other classes. Since then I have been allowed to talk and haven't been assigned any extra homework. So he realized his mistake, and then he allowed Anna to talk in the class. So these were oral comprehension check students questions we have discussed. Now we come on the thinking about the textbook questions. Just we see the first question is, was Anne right when she said that the world would not be interested in the musings, understanding, thoughts? I have told you the meaning ऑफ अ 13-year-old गर्ल. क्या एने का ये सोचना सही था कि पूरी दुनिया इस बारे में कोई ध्यान नहीं देगी, नहीं इंटरेस्टेड नहीं लेगी, कोई रुचि नहीं लेगी कि एक 13 साल की लड़की ने क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन किया है, क्या वो सोचती है, क्या उसने देखा है? आई थिंक एने वॉज राइट, because if you see in practical way, when she wrote that diary, she wrote all the experiences what was going through at that point of time, and what were Nazis doing with the Jewish people. And she wrote about her school, she wrote about her parents, father, everyone, and she wrote about the time which she faced the concentration camp and all these things. So it is insignificant. It does not make sense that why would world would be interested to know that what's going on in a 13-year-old girl's life. If her life is miserable or not in a good condition, they would not be interested, right? And how do we know about Anne Frank? How are we reading this chapter? Because if her father had not got back and got her diary and wouldn't have published her, we wouldn't have been reading about Anne Frank's diary, right? So when she thought like this, her thinking that nobody would be interested is absolutely right. She was right at that point of time. Now the next question you don't have to do in the notebook, still we will discuss. There are some examples of diary or journal entries in the before you read section. Compare these with what Anne writes in her diary. What language was the diary originally written in what way is Anne's diary different? Before you read this page, they are talking about, they have given, before you read activities given, journal, some journal hai pehla second question they are talking about students. I woke up very late and promptly got a scolding from mom. I can't help it. How can I miss the FIFA World Cup matches? It is a diary. It is a diary of a boy who is telling about the one he got up late and all, whatever his daily routine and what happened that day. Now the second is a log which tells about a person's proper timing, what he did on what time. It is a schedule: 10:30 am, 1 pm, 5:40 pm, 9:30 pm, dinner at home. So it is a log which tells you about the written record of events with times and dates. Time and date भी लिखा हुआ है, day time mention किया हुआ. Third one is memoir. Memoir is a full record of a journey, a period of time. So here it is a full record of a journey. The ride of Ooty was uneventful. This is a full record of journey, right? So it is a memoir. The fourth one is a journal. A journal है which it is a book with a separate space or page for each day in which you write down your thoughts and feelings or what has happened on that day. So this is how Raj Kapoor found me all wet and dragged outside RK Studios. So this is a journal. So Anne also write about her daily life and 2 years what happened with her. So how Anne's diary is different from them. Her diary is different from these journals log, because she did not treat her diary just as a piece of paper where we are writing our thoughts. She treated her diary as a friend. She gave her the name Kitty. Most of us don't give the name, just we write dear diary, that's it. She wanted her diary to be her friend, real friend, right students? So and the question, in what language was the diary originally written in? It was written originally in German language. वहाँ पे जो भी जर्मन लैंग्वेज थी, डच और वॉट एवर, इट वॉज रिटन इन जर्मनी, सो इट वॉज रिटन इन जर्मन लैंग्वेज. थर्ड क्वेश्चन नाउ, why does Anne need to give a brief sketch about her life? Does she treat Kitty as an insider or an outsider? The first part, Why does Anne need to give a brief sketch about her life? We have discussed this question. It is in oral comprehension question. Why does Anne provide a brief sketch of her life? Because she thought that if she will not provide a brief sketch of her life, nobody would understand a single word of the stories which she told to Kitty. That's why she provided. And does she treat Kitty as an insider or an outsider? She treated Kitty. She treats Kitty as an outsider, but an outsider on whom she can trust, with whom she can confide her feelings, and that outsider was an intimate one. उससे वो बहुत क्लोज हो चुकी थी और उसके सारी की सारी बातें शेयर करती थी, ट्रस्ट करती थी, भरोसा करती थी. सो आउटसाइडर ही था वो, इनसाइडर नहीं था. डायरी थी, शी कैन टॉक बट शी विल नॉट गेट एनी रिप्लाई विद दैट डायरी. नो कंप्लेंट, नो डिमांड, आई हैव टोल्ड यू. सो शी ट्रीटेड द डायरी एज एन आउटसाइडर, बट a close one, a trusted one, a loyal one, and an intimate one. The next question, how does Anne feel about her father, her grandmother, Mrs. Kypris, and Mr. Keesing? What do these tell you about her? So first, about her father, we have read that my father, the most adorable father, means Anne adores her father a lot. वो अपने फादर को बहुत एडोर करती थी. अबाउट एंड नेक्स्ट वन इज़ हर ग्रैंड मदर. व्हेन हर फादर शिफ्टेड टू हॉलैंड एंड हर मदर ऑल्सो वेंट विद him, so both the sister were shifted to Aachen at their grandmother's house, and then first elder sister went to their parents. After that Anne went. So Anne was very close, she loved her grandmother. She had a very good bonding with her grandmother, and she misses after her grandmother passed away. She misses her a lot. उसको बहुत मिस करती थी. She missed her a lot, and this shows, and we came to know that how do she missed that she lighted a candle on her birthday on the same year when her grandmother passed, an extra candle just to make up of her grandmother. This shows how much she missed her grandmother, and she loved her grandmother. Mrs. Kypris, students, you will come to know in this when she gives a brief sketch about her life, that here in the 6th form my teacher was Mrs. Kypris, the headmistress. At the end of the year we were both in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell. So she was very close and had a very good bonding with her teacher Mrs. Kypris, because after when she was in 6th they had to give a farewell to each other and they both were in tears. So this shows that they both had a very good bonding. Anne had a very good bonding with Mrs. Kypris also. With Mr. Keesing, the maths teacher. Mr. Keesing was maths teacher. She used to think that he is an old-fashioned person, and Mr. Keesing was annoyed because she used to talk too much. So she mentioned that he was annoyed. He was an old-fashioned person. He was annoyed because of my talking, especially in his classes, and he gave me an extra homework to assigned me an extra homework to write on the chatterbox 3 times. He just wanted to check. She herself tells us that he just wanted to keep a check on my talking, too much talking. I was very talkative. She herself says this, and that's why Mrs. Keesing wanted to control this habit, not to. So he gave me 3 assignments on the same topic, chatterbox. And Mr. Keesing was not a very strict teacher. He was a very most unpredictable teacher. He says also, teachers के in general she says about the teacher. Mr. Keesing के बारे में कहते कि he allowed me, on the one hand he allowed me to talk, he wanted me to control that habit of talking too much, and after that when third time I wrote that essay in a poetic way, when he read, he took it in a positive way and he allowed me to talk in the class, and he makes jokes in the class on a regular basis. So this is what she thinks about all these people. And what do these tell you about her? What do these things tell us about from what she feels about these people? After knowing that, I would say that these things tell us that Anna was a very sweet girl, kind girl, attractive girl, charming girl, pretty girl. She was beautiful, and she was a loving and caring girl. She was the girl who believes in maintaining the relationship. She was the kind of girl who believes that who believes in relationship. She shares a good bonding with each relation, with each person. Like she adores her father, loved her grandmother, missed her too much, and she missed her teacher also, the maths teacher, Mr. Keesing. She had a good bonding with him also. She had a good bonding with everyone. So these things tell us that she was a loving and caring person. She was a loving and caring girl, pretty beautiful she was already, and she used to believe in relationship, and she had a good bonding with every with every person in every relationship. Now, fifth question: what does Anna write in her first essay? Anna, when Mr. Keesing gave her the assignment, which was an essay to write on the topic chatterbox, she thought and thought, then she wrote 3 pages. And what she wrote in that essay, in her first essay they have asked, so she wrote about the necessity of talking. She said that talking is the student's trait, it's a good quality, and she would try to control it as much as she can, but she cannot cure it completely. She cannot control it completely, because it is an inherited trait in her by her mother, because her mother also talks as much as she, if not more than her, and nothing much Mr. Keesing can do about that. That's what she wrote in her first essay on the chatterbox. She describes and she tells the important or the necessity of talking in her first essay. Anna says teachers are most unpredictable. Is Mr. Keesing unpredictable? How? First thing she says, Anna says teacher, and when Anna says teachers are most unpredictable creatures on earth, she says in a general way. So like teachers, I am also a teacher, so somewhere I agree with this statement that teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on earth, because when students think, oh wow, weather is too good, and they see that other teachers are not teaching in their classes, so they expect from their teacher also that teacher will not teach, and teacher comes and say, yeah, take out your notebook, there is a surprise test. When you are thinking that teacher will come give you relaxation, and he or she comes and start taking the surprise test, which he or she did not tell you. Okay, and one more example we can see that when when students think that I will fail or they will be fail in this test, teacher pass them, and when they are pretty confident, sure about passing in the test or a paper, they fail them. So this is another example of that, how teachers are most unpredictable. They will come, they can feel, they will ignore the biggest things or the big misbehavior or everything you do, biggest misbehavior, certain degree, कुछ हद तक वो बहुत हद तक वो misbehavior को भी ignore कर देंगे, सब कुछ कर देंगे, but they will notice a very small thing and punish you. Then you will say, that day I did that much, sir did not, ma'am did not say anything, and now I did just like this, or it is nothing but sir or ma'am has punished me. So that's why she says because you never know, they are full of uncertainty what the next step they will do. That's why she say. Now the second part is Mr. Keesing unpredictable? How? So Mr. Keesing was unpredictable, I would say yes. Why? Because first thing, he gave several warnings to Anne Frank that don't talk, and you talk too much in my class. So he wanted her not to talk in her class. That's why he gave her first essay, then second and third assignment she on the same topic, and then after reading the third assignment he allowed her to talk in his class. This is uncertainty. You were expecting different thing, he did the opposite thing. Then when Anne decided to make fun in the third assignment which he gave to her, and then what did he do after reading, when Anne thought that this time he is definitely going to punish me or take some strict action, he allowed her, instead of giving her punishment, he said you are allowed to talk in my class. So that's why also unpredictable, uncertain thing he did, which we did not expect. So I would say yes, he was an unpredictable. What do these statements tell you about Anne Frank as a person? We don't seem to be able to get any closer, and that's the problem. Maybe it's my fault that we don't confide in each other. This first statement tell us about Anne Frank's introvert nature. She was introvert. She has everything despite having a very loving family, parents, sister, grandmother, 30 people whom she can call friend, but no one was there with whom she can confide her feeling. And this is what this statement tells us, that she was an introvert girl. Next statement is, I don't want to jot down the facts in this diary the way most people would, but I want the diary to be my friend. She needed a friend with whom she can share her feelings. She did not treat a diary just a piece of paper, a thick piece of paper covered with hard cover, hard cover. So she treated her as a friend. She wanted a friend in the form of diary, just not the piece of paper where we note down. Not like that. She wrote her true feelings and everything. Margot went to Holland in December and I followed in February, when I was put down on the table as a birthday present for Margaret. This statement tells that Anne thought that am I a present, am I a thing, those that is presented on the table, because her elder sister's birthday is there. So she thought like that am I a present, a thing which is to be presented on her birthday, on her sister's birthday. Fourth, if you ask me, there are so many dummies that about a quarter of the class should be kept back, but teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on the earth. This statement tells us that Anne was an good student, an intelligent student, at her studies. She was good at her studies, so she was confident that me and my friends, when we have read that I and my friends were confident that we will be promoted. So this shows that she was an intelligent girl. She was good at her studies. Now the fifth one, anyone could ramble on and leave big spaces between the words, but the trick was to come up with convincing arguments to prove the necessity of talking. This shows, what does this statement show about Anne Frank? This statement show about Anne Frank that she was an intelligent girl with an innovative mind, she was a creative person. She showed her creativity in first assignment, then in the second assignment, and with the help of her friend, she showed her creativity, ingenuity in writing. She showed her creativity, innovativeness, innovative thinking, imagination in her creativity. So that shows that she was good at creative and innovative writing. So students, these were the thinking about the text. The question, oral comprehension questions you have to do, like total oral comprehension questions are 3 to 5 and these 4, 9, and thinking about the text, total 7 questions are there. The second question would say that don't do it in the fair notebook, but the thinking about the text, first you will do, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all 5 part of 7 also you will do. So just leave the second question, that's it, from the thinking about the text. So students, I think this is enough for today's class. In tomorrow's class we will discuss about the theme, message and title of this chapter, which will be followed by assignment or 1 or 2 assignments. So that is enough for today. Please read the chapter again, go through the question answers, do the question answers in the fair notebook, and we will meet again tomorrow. Till then, take care of yourself and your family members, and keep learning, keep studying. Thank you.